major topic that should be on everyone's mind, although they may be attempting to avoid it, is inflation. How the cost of living is raising to an all-time high. We have hit a height in our being where fiat currency, man has labeled money, is outweighing the scales of spiritual currency, which includes things such as will, trust, gratitude, acknowledgement, relationships, sex, energy, and presence that it takes to even create the fiat currency in our reality. People may use gossip of celebrities or the pain of others to distract them from it, creating businesses or a side hustle to attempt to adjust for it. Does not change the fact that these thoughts should still be there, especially when people have made money the center of their universe. It is to a point people are willing to do outright immoral and extremely unthinkable behavior more than ever to ensure they will survive this inflation. While for many this seems as the easiest route until they're caught up by source. Can no one see that this inflation has been caused by the deflation and the devaluing of spiritual currency? Are we not willing to do what is hard, which requires a bit of selfless sacrifice to rebalance the scale and bring harmony back to the universe before it is too late? Quote, the only thing that comes from dying rich is being able to buy a casket with thicker walls and being further separated from source, even in death. End quote. Element, King of Diamonds. And a bunch of fake people at your funeral that never truly supported you in life. Majority of them glad that you're gone and only truly came to verify that it is your body in the casket before they move on with their lives as you and your wealth forgotten while they move on to the next wealthy person to gossip about. While they move on to the next wealthy person to gossip about. While they move on to the
Breaking, Google taps Coinbase to bring crypto payments to cloud services. Google announced a new deal with Coinbase which will allow a select set of customers to pay for its cloud services using digital currencies such as Bitcoin, BTC. This will take effect early next year. According to CNBC on October 11th, the tech giant also plans to explore using Coinbase Prime, which is a custodial service for storing and trading cryptocurrencies. In return, Coinbase announced it will move some of its applications, which were initially stored using Amazon Web Services, over to Google's cloud. This story is developing and will be updated with new information.
Hey, so, you ever wonder at what point you gotta just say fuck it, man? Like when you gotta stop living up here, start living down here.
It's 7:30 in the morning, dog.
Yo, thank your mom for the car, dog.
All right.
Is that why they feed us?
Ace is right. That's why I'll probably die alone. I've accepted that. The more I push to get into society, the more I realize I developed the distaste to get away from it. Web3 is an extension of human capability in today's world. But it seems that every new development is becoming the way to escape ourselves in this world. We take the latest developments and the latest resources as resources that serve us kind of like a drug. And with that drug, we hallucinate that everything's okay when it's not. This is a new podcast, so I kind of want to start the premise of what you can expect and moving forward. This isn't just a regular podcast where you just get information, but a podcast that monitors your growth with the technology we have growing with us today. We are underserved, the unbanked. So that includes a lot of Black people. They consider us low class, as in literally the level in regards to status of social mobility and what we can accomplish. With tools that are being produced in the space of Web3, the ability to create your own crypto for your own causes and movements, things like that. That's happening now that black people don't want to talk about on a big mass level. It's crazy, and it's understandable at the same time. The average person, regardless of color, doesn't want to talk about crypto or the technology that goes into making these things. They don't want to talk or understand or want to have to think too hard. Black people on the lower spectrum of class, as they call it, why would we want to have to learn even more or work even harder to understand something we feel we're farther away from? That's what we feel. Because I try to talk about this to the average person, I get no response. Or I get a little bit. Talk to a black person about Web3 or tokenization or anything blockchain, they turn you off. Especially if they don't have any kind of interest. But these are the same tools that are required to put ourselves in some kind of economic status that we would like to be in. Because this is like being alive for the digital industrial revolution. So this is gonna set the course to change history until something bigger than this can change it again. Imagine something that's bigger than this. And if you can't, then you have an idea when that bigger thing will take place. So unless you want another 2, 3, 4, 10 more generations of poverty and a lack mindset, you should probably get with the program. Count up.
It's the ministry of presence. Sometimes that's all you need to offer a person who's in a situation like that, is like just to be present. And she was present for me at a time when I didn't deserve to have nobody in my life. She's a real one. She's a real one. It's the first time I really understood love, because I didn't have nothing to give. And I was sitting there thinking like, well, I don't have nothing. It's not sexy to be with me. Don't you get it? And you're showing up for me like you're gonna be tied to this shit? It didn't make no fucking sense. And love is irrational that way. You can't rationalize real love. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
If you have sunglasses, sometimes you can see them a little better. It shades them for whatever reason. He looks dusty.
Hi, Meg. Why don't you come up here? I know. So, you want to go talk back there?
So Magnum and I actually have a love-hate relationship. And as you tell, I love her. It all started about 3 years ago when I came to give Serena some meat.
Back on your seat.
And Magnum actually thought I was taking the meat away. And for whatever reason, we didn't remember that.
Meg, why? 9.